Hey family, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a timeless reading. You could also use this as a manifestation reading. All you need to do is claim this energy as your own. Um, if you'd like to work with me on spiritual advice, twin flame stuff, and more, my information is in the description below. And if you would like to book a free consult with me, my Calendly link is in the description below. Um, I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit. I don't use any cards. Um, keep in mind we all have masculine and feminine energies in our bodies. So masculine can be feminine, feminine can be masculine. Use those terms as they make sense in your situation. All right, y'all, so let me get into this. So I've got another number, and I mentioned it before, that I wanted to check into. Um, and I also wanted to talk a little bit about you, collective, and the divine masculine. So it feels like things are going slower than you would like them to at times, and you're getting impatient. It's been difficult for you, and also the communication thing has been difficult because at times the divine masculine is not being as vocal or talking as much as you would like him to. Um, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this. So with things going slower than you would like them to, now keep in mind, part of this also is that you might need to slow down with some things. I know you want to move fast, but sometimes God is slowing you down so that you can really reflect on things and see what it is that you need to be focused on and what you need to be doing. Um, Another thing that you want to do is make sure that you are trusting your intuition, um, but definitely taking your time, slowing down, because some people are saying um, things are not moving the way they want them to, but um, they're not moving the way that they need to be moving either. Um, and they know that. Like, if you really put it back on the people in your life, and you put it back on yourself, so you challenge yourself to really think about what is it um that you need to be doing. Um, and you're really honest, you know that you're not doing what you need to be doing. And again, you're in a hurry, you're in a rush, and things are not coming together the way you want them to, like right now. You know that in the very near future, things can come together exactly the way you need them to. I think for some of us, um, we get excited, we want to move forward, and when things don't move as fast as we wanted them to, then we lose the fire, and then we go cold, and that's when we get the thing, it seems like, once we've released it. So keep in mind this process of manifestation. I know I am also the type of person, I say a we, didn't I? So we're all, people, we're all human beings that go through this. And this is what happens to us, that um, we get excited, we want to charge ahead, and then something happens and we like, okay. When it doesn't happen like immediately, then we're like, oh, okay, well, then whatever, I don't want it. But the thing is, that's what you have to keep in mind when you're manifesting things, that you need to take your time and really work your process. So slowing down is something, like, some people, they don't want to rush into things, because I mean, we all have seen these videos where you thought you knew someone, like you knew someone, a person was friends with you for 20 years, or the person on, let's say, on the news report for 20 years, and they thought they could trust them, or 13 years or 10 years or whatever. Next thing you know, that person ends up in a ditch somewhere, and you're like, whoa, what happened? They just kind of dropped in their life out of the blue. And it's hard to trust people sometimes. You can't even trust your own family sometimes. So just keep in mind that sometimes it is just important to slow down, work the process, and um, know that things can come together and things could be okay. Um, so sorry about the changes in the background noise. But yes, one thing that we need to work on is slowing down so that we can really work through things, figure out what we really want, and then work on what we really want. Um, Trusting this to work out the way we need it to. Um, so And when we slow down, we tend to get better outcomes. Like, I always say stuff like this, and this might be something that you're working through with the divine masculine, because, like I said, communication might not be as fast as you want. It might not be forthcoming the way that you want, but I feel like sometimes you need to take it slow as well. And I think the in your case, Kaleka, maybe the masculine is stopping you from doing something that you will regret. And they're really challenging you and saying, is this really what you want? Is this what you want? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because they're not perfect. And of course, you're admitting you're not perfect either, but maybe they're saying, slow down, take your time, think about if this is what you really want. Now, another side of this can be, people are telling you how they are, and you need to believe them. So when someone tells you who they are, we always say it, don't we? Believe them. Because if you don't, that's when you start getting into trouble with things. And so it doesn't make sense. So your divine masculine might be trying to show you and tell you this is who they are. And are you okay with that? Because if you move forward with them, like you move forward understanding this is who they are, that they want to be the best versions of themselves, but this is who they are. And so um they're being honest with you, they're being open, they want to know who you are too. They know that you're not perfect, and you're not saying that. They know the energy that you carry. You're kind, you're gentle, you're loving, you're uplifting, you're um type of person that supports and encourages people, that you have healing in your energy, a lot of healing. And so they know that when they're around you, they feel so much better. They're trying to hold on, but they're also, like I said, they're trying to get you to be open and be honest and talk about what, you know, talk about the truth and who you are and what you really want. and be honest with yourself and really know that, okay, this is who they are. Are you okay with it? And if you're not, then you're not. But if you are, then they just want to know that you know what you want. You really know what you want. This might be a time when you're taking care of your body more. Again, thinking about detoxing, taking stuff out of your eating habits that's not right, and like detoxing your body. Maybe you're um gonna stop taking some medicines and things like that that you used to take, and now you're focused more on healing yourself, getting stronger, getting smarter and things like that. Making sure that you're taking care of yourself. It could be red light therapy for some reason. I don't know why that came up, but it could be detoxing. It could be supplements that you're taking, whatever it is, that just eating healthier, exercising, and things like that, so that you could get ready, you could be okay. Your health can improve and get to be the best that it could be. And this might be something that you do annually or every couple years. Just check in with yourself to see, is this where you need to be? If not, you need to recalibrate. You need to get back on track. Um, so let me, I know these videos fly by. So I wanted to talk about the number, um, the angel number, at least one of them, and I'll come back and talk about more of them as well. But this number that came up is 444. And so 444 as an angel number means, or can mean, it's the official number code of the angelic realm. Isn't that amazing? So whenever you see this, know that your guardian angels are connecting with you. Um, in Psalms 91, it talks about um, God will send the angels to basically take care of you so that you don't even dash your foot against a stone. Um, and know that whatever you've been trying to manifest is coming, and the things that you've been praying for, the things that you've been intending to get are coming. God is hearing you. Just know that. You always know that, but just know that. Keywords: strength. I was just talking about that, wasn't I? Protection, support, consistency, progress, wealth, foundation, stability, clarity, alignment, integrity, honesty. I was talking in another video about integrity, acting out of integrity. Um, what does it mean in love? Maybe, that's the thing. So 444, for a lot of you, you want to know, what does it mean in love? Um, Maybe you're wondering if you should tell this person that you are crushing on how you feel. Um, 444 says there's something substantial to build. So that means it is worth it for you to see what this is. And this might be another time when you have some decisions to make collective, where you are trying to figure out, make sure if you're doing the right things. And for a twin flame connection, could be a positive sign indicating that your union is entering a stable period with forward action. So if you're worried about it, um, again, just know that God is working on it. and you don't need to worry about it now. You might feel like, with you and the divine masculine, that you might get upset with the divine masculine about some things, and divine masculine might be trying to get your attention. Now, remember, I was talking about this earlier today, but any attention for some people is good attention. They want your attention. So you may have a former masculine or one that's returning that wants your attention. They want to be in your energy like they used to be, and they're not in your energy like they used to be. For some of you, collective, you saying it's a no-go. I don't want you around. I'm not as close to you as I was. And for them, while you might be friends or acquaintances or buddies or whatever, you are not as close to them as you were, and they know it, and they might be pretty upset about that, because they want you to be there. And now you might have a new love that's come in, and you are closer to them. And the former masculine knows that something is different, that you're pouring into possibly someone else, and they don't like it. They don't like the idea of you, like you talking to somebody else, you getting close to someone else, you encouraging them, supporting them, lifting them up, you're healing them, you are, you know, reciprocating love with them. The two of you are gonna potentially build something together in the future. And again, I was talking about this a while back, but the former masculine might be saying, if the collective has a beef or an issue with me, I must have did something real wrong, because the collective is a good person, and they would not just throw somebody away or walk away from somebody. But for you, when it comes to some things, it could be some work that you're doing, could be some connections that you have. Like I said, it could be the former masculine, could even be a more recent love that you got into. But you might be like, I'm tired and I'm done. And you just might get up in the middle of the night or the beginning of the day and just walk away or drive away. And they like, what in the world is going on with the collective? Why they just leave me like that? And you like, I'm done. I'm done. And knowing that, um, they like, again, I must have did something, because the collective would just walk away. They're not that type of person. And I feel like you're reflecting on the time that you were with them, and you saying, when, like, all that time, it could have been months for some of you, could have been years, that you collective were with the masculine. You're saying, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, waiting, and they playing games. And you saying, all right, well then I'm done. So fine, whatever. It's okay. And so for you, just know that you you might have a new love that's coming in, and it's worth pursuing. It could be um someone who is amazing, and they do seem too good to be true at times. And at times, because you've been hurt, you have these, times when you say things like, I don't want you playing with me. If you're not for me, stay away from me. If you don't want to be with me, stay away from me. Get away from me. Distance yourself, because I don't want someone in my life that doesn't want to be there or that isn't going to stay with me. So if you don't want to stay, fine, don't stay. And they're like, but they do want to stay. For some of them, they are trying to keep their distance from you, but they can't, because they love you or they're in love with you too. So I would say just continue to work on, if you know you have a new love, you're pouring into each other, reciprocating, and things like that. Focus on this person and asking God for discernment about whether they're the right person for you. Um, I didn't want to make the video too long. I'm going to come back and make another video. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Um, Continue to glow up, continue to watch, read, listen to things that lift you up. Continue to focus on surrounding yourself with people um, that want you to win, and energy that lifts everyone up. As always, happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm gonna talk to y'all again soon. All right, love y'all. Bye for now.